Hi, I'm Stephanie Burt. Just like some who've come before me, I eat, I travel, I write, and I talk. Boy, do I talk. But I also listen too. And these are some of the stories I hear and experience around the Southern table. They are rooted in personal and cultural history, resonance with seasonality and the living environment, and a passion for high-level craft that in its pursuit offers the possibility of sustenance from one hand to another. Let's dig in.
I think it's just another thing that goes back to seasonality of Japanese cuisine and having a time and a moment.
Sushi-Wa in Charleston, South Carolina feels like a jewel box eye of the storm these days. The multi-use development where it's located in the upper part of the Charleston Peninsula is undergoing heavy reconstruction, with large fences blocking off the once central courtyard and the often unrelenting beeping of heavy construction equipment. Still, within these small walls every evening when the earth movers stop, there's a joyful sense of peace, anchored in an unlikely friendship where two talented chefs have forged a schedule that allows them to joyfully show up to work and enjoy life outside of it too. In 2009, Kazu Murakami was working at Yamato Japanese Steakhouse off the Isle of Palms connector when 19-year-old Chris Schoedler heard that he could make $100 a night there and be off work at 9 p.m. That was a sweet deal for a server at the time, but
It was not, honestly. I started spending more money than I was making,
Oh.
eating sushi every night. Kazu over here was the chef. And I guess kind of one of the only ways to afford the habit, starting to get behind the counter. They had a chef that was leaving and they needed some help on a weekend doing appetizers and things. And I'd kind of bugged these guys for a few months and they finally let me back there making
Yeah,
baked
also
mussels.
cooking, you're doing like a hibachi too, though.
Yeah, they were training me as a hibachi chef also.
Well, let's just sidestep directly into that line. Can you balance the egg on the flat spatula?
Oh, no. I'm pretty good with the salt and pepper shakers. I every
You
now
can
and
do
then.
the little bouncy.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty good at that. This guy was hibachi chef for what? Good.
Yeah, I was cooking hibachi first 10 years of
Okay,
my
so
career.
the egg balancing is all you.
No, I didn't start that. But yeah, we had to learn the all kind of tricks stuff. But
Kazu has had his hand in much of the good sushi history in Charleston. He ran the program at one time at Rue de Jean, then at Oku, before opening Sushi-Wa with Chris in 2018. During the pandemic, the restaurant morphed into its current state of 8 seatings a week, 14 guests at a time, serving Itomae-style sushi in an omakase setting, which means, of course, that every food served is the chef's choice. And this style of service was their dream, especially since early on, Kazu knew that Chris had great potential. When did you realize that this was the beginning of a great partnership? When did you realize he was more than just a guy that wanted to make some money to keep up a sushi habit?
first, he was just my helper.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, was making rolls and stuff. But after a year or so, I guess he found a passion. Anything he does is very passionate.
I've got a bit of an addictive personality.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was just like this guy have very good potential because he's got good hand. He digs so deep when he got interested in something, and he's very and also he's very very good people person, people skill.
He's got the front of house vibe, as
Right,
we like to
exactly.
say, right?
So
Yeah.
I just I like to do something with this guy. It's funny that because we are so different.
Sushi can be intimidating for a non-Japanese diner, especially for someone like me who doesn't have a strong grasp of its culinary lexicon. But while the restaurant is beautiful and feels special, it doesn't have any of that big city, steely formality that I've encountered at other sushi restaurants. Its foundation is one of deep cultural appreciation, a continuous practice of skill, and a quiet base of good humor and welcome that begins with the chef's relationship to one another. And it's led Chris to become a certified sake sommelier. What is the word?
So I am an international sake sommelier certified by the Sake Service Institute of America, or the Sake School of America, the Sake Service Institute of Japan. It's a big mouthful.
Yeah.
But I think we've got another one on the way. Shout out to Ian up at Winehouse in Greenville. He's digging deep into it.
He's digging deep.
South Carolina's a low guy on the totem pole in the sake world, but we're fighting for it. I'm trying to grow the category. I was joking around with some of these like sake importers about like, oh, we can't be that low. Like we probably move more sake, and I named a few states that I thought didn't sell any sake, and we sell less sake than them. But Sushi-Wa is trying hard. We've got a handful of other places that are getting really into it, and I think that the client base, like the customers, are leaning more into it.
Well, there's a joy, right? And there's a joy when you start learning. It is the joy of trying something new. When we off mic, we were talking about pickleball and getting into pickleball because you mastered table tennis. He mastered table tennis. No one can beat him. So now he has to go to pickleball on his days off. But that joy you can give to your customers because you're educating them in a very low intervention kind of way. Here, try this. Hey, you like this? Maybe you'll like this. And so I feel like just intrinsically, that's kind of how he lured you in. Hey, try this.
That was exactly, I mean, we were working together and it was just like, they would just make things and just,
Right.
we would just eat things. And it was a whole lot of just like, hey, try this. Oh, one time he got me with the try this though, with a Carolina Reaper. He got me bad. It was like really 2010. It was kind of right when the Reaper was like
taken off.
Right. And somebody gave me
that's a pepper, and I think, what is it, 60,000 Scoville units or something like that?
It could have been 10 million. It ruined my night.
Yeah.
And he just said, hey, come try this. And he knew that if he had something and I was going to give it a shot.
He was abusing your trust.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what it was.
I know you cannot take the heat that much. So I thought it was just tiny bit. I can probably undo that.
Yeah, that was just, I guess this circles back to the, hey, try this. Hey, trust me. And I was all in. I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, you got your palate back. You made it through hot ones, Kazu style, right?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I was way off. The Carolina Reaper pepper has a Scoville rating that ranges from 1.4 million to over 2.2 million, making it one of the world's hottest peppers. But rest assured, that trial by fire was only for Chris, and nothing of the sort makes the nightly offerings here. The chefs divide each evening's menu into what they term as easy crowd pleasers. Think salmon or tuna. And then the other half of the menu, they focus on seasonality and offering something that might feel a little more adventurous. How do you start to form what you're going to serve for the week?
We have a basic lineup like every day.
Mm-hmm.
We are making for 12 people and everybody get all same menu, all same omakase. So we included fishes. Probably everybody like, some people are favorite the tuna, salmon. So we, just anybody can. Another half, we just throw something adventurous, something new.
An example of something that would be adventurous on the Sushi-Wa menu. I'm going to make sure, I'm going to eat it all, but.
Adventurous kind of on the front of like, seasonal things that we bring in, like not necessarily like, I don't know, people used to always come in and be like, oh, I don't like weird things. And it's like, what is kind of
rude,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's so rude. It was just like, this is a cuisine. This is not like a Fear Factor. Like this is a restaurant. We don't want to give you something weird. But like this past week we had Japanese fish that's in season right now. It's called isaki. It's the English name's pretty stupid for it. It's a chicken grunt.
Okay. Well, grunt is a whole category.
Grunt is a whole category of fish.
And they're pretty meaty.
And they're delicious. They are
Right.
delicious fish.
I know the rainbow grunt from the tropics.
The rainbow grunt is delicious, but the chicken grunt is a seasonal fish from southern Japan that's in season summer to late summer right now, and it's delicious. And it's when we serve, we pour boiling water over the skin, this Japanese technique called yubiki.
I love that. It's so fun to watch, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And it's delicious, but it's one of those things that, like, if you saw it on, like, you went to a restaurant that was a la carte and you saw chicken grunt on the menu at the sushi restaurant you went to,
you'd be like,
99% of people. I mean, there's the 1% of people.
That's called linguistics.
Oh,
that's my world.
Really want that, but
right.
Most people are going to be like, oh, that's weird. I've never heard of that.
Right.
So I think that's like the uni and ikura and things like that. The people that are like, oh, I don't like weird things would categorize as like a weird thing, but like, I think the thing for us is those like fun seasonal fish.
Something we like to eat too.
Yes, because you're feeding yourself as well, right?
Yeah.
And both chefs say that the quality and taste of local South Carolina shrimp is difficult to beat.
Every Japanese guest that comes into the restaurant is, wow, this is
the
so
best
good.
Shrimp.
The best shrimp.
Right.
And we get shout out Tarvin Seafood.
Yes.
I mean, those guys are awesome.
Well, Cindy.
Oh, I need to text Cindy first thing in the morning now that you remind me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
We've been using their shrimp since Yamato time. So, over 10 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was... I'd reached out to Mark with Abundant, and we were looking for some fish. I mean, this is really like 2012, and he was like, oh, I didn't take the boat out this week, but this new stripper, Vasa Tarvin, he's got the Miss Paula. Shoot, this is their number. Give him a call. They might have some bycatch you might be into. Cindy rode up to the restaurant with a cooler of 5 pounds of shrimp for us, and that was kind of where it started.
Kazu, you've done this for a long time. I'm not going to call out your age. I'm not calling you old or anything. I don't want to...
I'm old.
I mean, you could beat me at pickleball, but that's not hard. However, what keeps you coming back to this? It is really... Sushi has got a different vibe. A sushi chef, it's a meditation. It's slower. You have to be very precise. And it feels like it's a lifelong journey.
Yeah. It's never ending learning process. And it's just really never ending.
So you don't feel like you've mastered it?
No way.
No?
Not even close. Have you ever seen the movie Jiro Dream of Sushi?
Of course. I think it's required watching for anyone in the food industry. Yes.
Right. He totally mastered it. I feel like every day it makes sushi feel different. Like, okay, sometimes I feel like, oh, today it makes so easy, so smooth and everything works fine. Some other days, nothing really goes my way. So I'm struggling to be just, be ready and something not right.
It's just off.
It's just like up and down, but hopefully I'm going up, just like a stock market to go up.
Yes. It's not a straight path, right?
Yeah.
In a world where I feel like we, especially as Americans, always have the temptation of fake it till you make it posturing, this kind of adherence to the practice of cooking, not an assertion of mastery, it's refreshing. It's a wonderful compliment to Chris's natural curiosity, which led him to appreciation, then inspiration, and eventually changed his life. My recent Sushi-Wa dinner experience was sublime. It's wonderful to just sit back and not have to drive, and it really did feel like we were all being hosted. Little offerings placed over and over on the plate in front of us, eating with our fingers at the chef's encouragement. There was absolutely no wall between any of us, and with great conversation and sake flowing, the whole experience felt supremely relaxing. But the food, as sushi can be when it's at its best, was at once ethereal, artistic, layered, and at the same time, deeply satisfying. I'm not sure these words are quite the right ones, but what I will say is that the experience felt elemental, like the truth of something. It was one of the best meals of the year in a city full of great restaurants. You're here, you're in the middle of this construction. No one can get a reservation. Resi had to write an article to explain how people can get reservations here because it's so difficult. So, what is making you hungry? What's pushing you on the service side of things? Because this is a personal relationship between you, but it's also a personal relationship between your regulars and your guests, especially in the style of dining that you do.
We're such a small space and it's so intimate. I feel like that's like such an overused word in the hospitality world. Like,
but it's 14 seats.
There's literally somebody right in front of me for 2 hours. When you come here, you're hanging out with us basically in our living room, and we're feeding you. And they'll come in for the first time and be like, "Oh, is everyone here a regular?" And
you should say yes. Well, that's why no one can get in because everybody just re-ups.
Well, it's that,
like riding the best roller coaster ever, right?
If you're here for twice,
right,
you're a regular. Like we recognize you. We remember. Oh, it might have been a year ago or a year and a half, but like, oh, you've been here before. Oh, we talked about this, and they're like little things like that I feel like when people come here, it's just a genuine experience. I don't know that that's even like
As somebody with an addictive personality, is that addictive?
It is. It's
your words, not mine.
Yeah. Oh no, I have a very addictive personality. I think I am addicted to the feeling of somebody coming in here and really enjoying it, like coming in for the first time and sitting next to. I kind of love it when it's all parties of two, and everybody starts off kind of quiet and like nobody's really talking to anybody around them, and everybody's got their own little bottle of sake, and then the conversation starts. Oh, how do you like yours? Oh, do you like this? And then by the end of the meal, they're going out for drinks after this, and they're exchanging phone numbers, and like
I love that. Yeah,
it's that counter experience that doesn't happen at the table. Like if you're sitting at a table and you're a party of two, you're a party of two at a table. If you're sitting at the counter and there's 12 other people there, and it's Kazu and I behind the counter, and his wife's floating around. I mean, all of a sudden, it happens almost on a nightly basis. Like, there's genuine friendships that are made. Like, we've got people that come in here, they've been coming for years with groups that they've met in here. And I think it is addicting to see that side of it. It's more than just like that snapper tasted really good. It's the genuine like warmth of, hey, we're creating something here.
All right, I'd love for you to answer this one. We know what his aspect is.
Yeah. It's fun, every day it's fun for us. It's just meet people and they meet each other.
Well, and you get to do it your way. Wednesday through Saturday, right? And you've got it controlled. You have a life outside of here. You have a young child. You have a family and a wild sports life, from what I can gather. So I would love to know what aspect of this job as sushi chef really meshes like a puzzle piece with an aspect of your personality. So, like, why do you think you, as Kazu, have gravitated? What is a part of you that fits with being a sushi chef?
Being sushi chef.
That's really hard to say like 12 times. I'm like, sushi chef. I'm like, woo.
You call me, I'm a sports person. I do like sports, but I also like a lot of art too. I used to take a lot of pictures and stuff. Sushi is something fit my personality. I like to make things good looking like food. Sushi is tastes good too, but sushi is beautiful food.
Showcasing the gorgeousness of the fish.
Right.
Fresh, right?
So that kind of like a walk,
Mm-hmm.
I think fits my personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It's odd in a way. Also, cooking too. We don't really cook. We just slice the fish. But we do curing fish and stuff like that.
I like that. Yes. What is something keeping you up at night, Chris?
4-month-old son who hates to sleep. That is really the big thing keeping me up at night currently. William, I love you. You're awesome, but you need to sleep a little bit more, dude. But as far as, there's so many things. Like where do I start? The construction going on out here. It doesn't affect us that much just since we're reservation only, but I feel bad for the guys at Rancho and Edmonds Oast and people. They're just a laundry list of things going on that are, what does this mean for this courtyard here? What does this mean for us as a restaurant? How long is it happening for? Tariffs that are hitting right now. They're going to start affecting sake prices and fish. And so, a lot of really interesting things that keep me up at night as far as like the notify list for Sushi-Wa for this week. There's like 100 people on the wait list for Friday night. That's pretty freaking cool.
But it's amazingly cool. But I'm here to tell number 97, Friday is not your day. This is something that I reserve just for Southern Fork guests, and it is my magic picnic basket question. So I don't believe in the death penalty. And so instead of a death row meal, I want to put together a meal to bring you life. And I have a magic picnic basket to do that. With this basket, I can time travel. I can source, although you're probably better at sourcing than I am. I can cook a little bit, and I can go back and go back in time and ask somebody to make just one more bite of something that you'd love to have. I understand we're seasonal eaters, right? And so it just depends on the day what is going to really satisfy us. But because you work together and you're in this, I would say this is like a little ship. You're in a ship in the middle of a stormy sea, just doing amazing things together here in this small restaurant. I would like for you to build a basket. So just a couple of elements of something to put together a meal. It can be composed, which might be really hard not to be composed because of your background. But what can I put in that basket for you?
Oh, I don't know. What do you want to eat? Everything is good. Everything in the season is good. I was lucky enough to travel to Japan with this guy last year in March and got to experience the spring in his hometown. And up in the mountains
your hometown?
Nagano.
Oh, yes.
Nagano Prefecture. It's right in the middle of the mainland, Honshu. Go up in the mountain to north. From Tokyo, go north.
The seasonality of Japan, just like the being there in the early spring in the mountains of Japan, like the Fukinoto. It's like a spring, how do you describe it? It's like a mountain vegetable.
Yeah. All kind of mountain vegetable. But Fukinoto is one of them.
Yeah, but eating that in the little soba shop, that was pretty freaking awesome for me. I know seasonally in Japan, the focus on food is there, but I'd never really we drove through Niigata with your friends, and we were in a parking lot, and there's literally guys picking mountain greens off of the side of a mountain, and we went to another restaurant later on that night, and they presented a bowl of it as their specialty dish for the night. I thought that spring seasonal
vegetables and greens,
vegetables from Japan, the mountain vegetables and the soba. That's one thing I think would be a special thing to have in there. That might have been your answer because it's from your hometown. I kind of stole that.
What about for you?
Yeah, there's some fish called has the salmon comes out. The cage salmon,
the cage salmon. Oh, it's like the 1 in a million salmon.
1 in a million salmon. Like it's supposed to get lost.
Yeah, it's a salmon that got lost in the
creek. Did catch it? So they only have few in a year or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's called miracle. Those kind of things, like in Japan, it's happening sometimes. Like tuna, all the $1 million tuna come from region. It's called Oma.
Mm-hmm.
It's in between Hokkaido and Honshu.
So it's $1 million tuna.
$1 million tuna, yeah.
That's what Kazu wants in his picnic basket.
Hey, I love that.
No, just
I'm going to have to get out my gilded basket for this one.
I want the little the mountain vegetables growing on the side of the road. And Kazu wants
he's like, that's
you said
good.
You said it was a magic picnic basket.
It is magic. It is magic. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have to drink something with this meal. Okay. So with the $1 million salmon and tuna and some local greens, what sake are you pairing with this?
Oh, I think our answer is going to be different on this one. You want something light and dry. I want something.
Which one would you have?
Yeah, what are you going for first?
Me?
Yeah. You can drink any
sake? Particular sake?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like just Junmai.
Whatever you want, man.
I mean, you already started with $1 million, so let's keep going. He's looking at the case over here. Y'all can't see it, but there's a case of chilling sake.
I know, I like Niigata sake, but if you're gonna go $1 million fish, just maybe $1,000 sake.
This guy's got cheap tastes.
All right, fine. Amex, call me.
Maybe Dasai Beyond?
That's a good one. And I have one bottle of it left. Yeah, so if anybody wants it, we've got it.
Yeah.
I think I might go I don't know, we're talking about like a rare sake, so I might go like a Juyondai or I don't know, maybe like Aramasa No. 6.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a whole world of sakes that we can't get in South Carolina, but I would love to be able to.
I can get it with the magic picnic basket.
You can get it with the magic picnic basket. I think it's just another thing that goes back to seasonality of Japanese cuisine and having a time and a moment. And when we were in Kyoto, we had that bottle of the Mimuro Sugi at that French restaurant. And it had just been bottled. It was just that like spring unpasteurized sake that was, and it worked with everything. We had a bouillabaisse. That was a really cool restaurant. I'll tell you about that at another time. But that was an 8-seat French omakase.
Oh,
fantastic.
Wow. But well, on that note,
smash the subscribe button.
That's right.
That's
Chris.
what the kids say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a kid, obviously. Smash the subscribe button. But I will tell you, it is extremely difficult, even for food writers, to get into Sushi-Wa, but we manage on occasion. We have to elbow out some chefs. All kinds of chefs come through Charleston, and they all want to eat here. So thank you so much for taking the time to sit with me on your day off.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. And I love the chopstick microphones, by the way.
Thank you.
This is a very fitting touch.
And that's the show for today. This podcast is produced in-house by the Southern Fork, and the theme music is the song Memphis Bound from Songs for Rosetta by Jimbo Mathus and his Knockdown Society, released in 1997 and including violin on this track from Andrew Bird. Mathus, who generously allowed me to use this music here, has been my lifetime musical Pied Piper, and Bird, one of my creative catalysts, so I'm grateful to share their sound with you through this show. If you like what you've heard today, please send it to somebody you'd like to sit across the table from, and please support all the creators featured here. Until next time.